to my room at 8:58 a.m. and said, "We have an emergency, you need to fix this cake." Today's my neighbor's graduation party, and I guess last night her cat sat on her cake. If you look at the lid of the box and you look at the cake, you can actually see how the cat laid down on the cake. You know, the pressure should really be on, but we're just gonna chill out and have fun and just redecorate this cake. It's not like her graduation party in a few hours. First step is some demolition. We need to take all these random toppings off and then also clean up the top so we can cover it with white frosting. Now that we've cleared off the toppings, let's go ahead and start making the green frosting, because this is going to be the most time-consuming part because we have to match it to the frosting already on the cake. Thankfully, I have a local cake shop right down the street from my house. My parents ran and got me some frosting so I could get working on the cake. We're going to use 2 shades of green, and hopefully mixing these together can give me the right color. We're going to take little swabs of this green frosting the cat splattered on the lid. We're just going to compare those to the frosting every once in a while and make sure we get the right color. This is pretty close, but it's just not close enough yet for me. So we're going to play around with this a little bit longer and see if I can get this to work. I heard this thing on YouTube that if you go ahead and microwave some of the frosting and then mix it in, it makes the color a lot darker and you don't actually need to use as much food coloring. So let's go ahead and try that. I'm getting a little frustrated because this is not matching up at all. I feel like we started really close and now I'm just getting farther and farther away with each one. Vaguely remember how to do this. I just saw it in a video a long time ago, so hopefully I don't just screw up the frosting by doing this. But you're supposed to microwave it until it becomes a liquid, then you mix it all up. I thought I'd microwave it long enough until I started mixing it and realized that it's all glue in the bottom. Not only did this work, but it made it way too dark, so I had to restart with a brand new batch, and then I mixed that up and then put it in the fridge for it to get hard. While that green is hardening up, let's go ahead and start filling up the bag so we can cover the top with white frosting again. Can we just take a moment to think about the fact that cats are just savages and they don't care and just do whatever they want? Like, this cat sat on a box that had a cake in it. I wonder how it played out. Like, how long did this cat lay on this cake? Do you see this? Do you see these scissors? Why is this so hard? There we go. That's the satisfying shot that I was trying to make. Alright, so the goal is we're going to pipe on this white frosting all over the top where the cat sat, and then we're going to smooth that all out, and hopefully it looks like nothing ever happened. Oh yeah, super important step that I completely forgot. If there's any colors, you want to make sure you take those off, because when we smooth it out later, the colors will smear into the white, and then it'll be green and white. We don't want that. We're just going to fill in all of the top with that white. It's okay if there's a little bit of cracks, because we're just going to smooth it out. Now that we filled out the whole cat crime scene outline, it's time to go ahead and smooth this all out. I'm using an offset spatula. That just makes it a lot easier so you don't get your knuckles on the cake. We're not trying to destroy this any more than the cat already did. There's some tricky spots that I couldn't quite get with my spatula, so I just got this giant knife. It has a nice pointy end that I could get inside little nooks and crannies. Also, the sharp end made it really nice to see. Now that we made the top nice and flat, it's time to check in the green frosting. It's still not quite the right color, so I add a little bit of red to it. And I'm just going to call this good enough. So let's get this piping bag ready. We're going to get our piping bag, then our little coupler. You're going to tuck that in the inside. It's easier just put on your finger and do it like this. Once that's on the inside, we're going to have to put our tip on it and tuck that on there. We're going to put our other half of the coupler and screw that on. I'm doing this so that I can do the border, but then also change the tip over there on the left so that I can write on it later. Then to fill our piping bag, I usually just put it on my hand and then scoop it in and use my hand inside the bag to help it all get in there. Now it's time to twist it up, and then we're going to pipe it all out. Thankfully, this cake is pretty simple, so there's nothing crazy that I have to try to redo. If there was something crazy, we'd have to redesign the whole thing, because there's no way I could do some crazy design within the time frame that they gave me. Either way, my neighbors are very cool. They're going to be happy with whatever I end up giving them. I mean, how bad can this cake be after what they gave me this morning? Anything will look better than a giant cat-sized hole in the cake. This is the one part, though, that I wish I would have done a little bit different. I was just too busy making the video, and when I was writing, I wrote it a little too small, in my opinion. And I'm sure you noticed it's also a little bit crooked, but my phone was 2 inches from my face, and I really couldn't see what I was doing besides looking through my phone. I know. I could have been responsible, not made a video, and take my time and made it look better, but this is what I do. This is why my neighbors even knew they'd bring the cake to me. I make videos, and when I asked if I could make a video of this whole cake, they were more than happy to say yes. So not only did a disastrous moment with a cat laying on a cake on the day of your graduation party turn into a fun story and opportunity for me to make a cool video, but it turned into a fun way for me to share Maddie's graduation with you. Maddie is seriously so kind, and I hope you'll come into the comments with me and congratulate her on her success. And when you do that, throw out today's emoji, which is the graduation cat girl. How do you think I did? Can you tell a cat laid on this? I mean, besides the lid, you can still tell the cat was on the lid. Let's also see what Maddie thinks.